All right, guys. Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland, cleanpowerwash.com. Um, so I know I've been talking about money and dollars and revenue and whatnot a lot lately, and I apologize. I'm feeling a little sick lately, but whatever. Um, and just talking about big revenue, but also want to point out, again, you've probably seen this chart in one of the other videos, and hopefully this, for some people that are talking about having 5 grand booked for a month. Um, you know, it's 2019 now, so it's been a couple of years. But I mean, look, April 2014, we did $3,300. We did 4,500 in 2015. Hit 10 grand in a month for the first time back in 2016. Then we did 2017, 12. Like that was the year that we started doing 5-figure months. It was amazing. And here we are at 2018, hit 51 grand in May. That was a huge milestone. My goal there, my checking account has a mobile deposit limit of $50,000. And I was talking to my office girl, and that's one of my goals is to get the error that'll tell me that I can't deposit anymore, that I've deposited more or over $50,000 in mobile deposits, so I can't do that. Anyways, so I was looking at my numbers and estimates and proposals. And so I figured, okay, well, let's go back over these last couple of years and look at some other numbers. Again, numbers tell you stuff. Shocker. This is kind of cool too, just seeing top 10%, top 20, whatever there. But as far as estimates, obviously, guys, your close rate matters a lot, but the more estimates you do, most likely the more revenue you're going to do. If you do $100,000 in estimates, you're more likely to do more in work than if you do $50,000 in estimates. Now, obviously, we want to focus on close rate because we don't want to just run a million estimates all day, every day, which is what I feel like I'm doing these days. But your actual close rate and the revenue that's booked is very important. But I want to show you this. I mean, here's months. This is, 3 seasons ago. We did $20,000 in estimates in March. There's 21 proposals. And we'll just go up here. 2016, we did just under 7 grand in work. So we booked about a third of what was bid. It's fine. Going through here again, this bottom line is the number of actual proposals that we did, what our overall proposals were, and then I can go up here and see, well, what does that correspond to? This is all having to be done manually and whatnot, but the key thing on here right now, so last year we did 166 estimates here. We've got 116 plus that 275 estimates versus 166 last year. And we're up 40 grand in estimates there, up 25 grand in estimates there, up $37,000 in estimates there. So we're well on pace to do some big stuff. Going over here, then you start looking at other metrics here. And again, guys, this is just all done via Excel. It's very basic formulas. Total revenue, just sum that line. Obviously, this is going to be kind of skewed. I have to manually create this one. But like these ones, this is average proposal, revenue versus bids. So this was just overall revenue, which last year, again, we did in the 370s last year, divided by this 898,000. Which, guys, I didn't think it was quite that bad. I apparently did over $500,000 in estimates that we didn't close. That's scary. That's just plain and simple scary right there, to know that I did almost $900,000, basically close to $1 million in estimates. We did 375. Look at these other years. $570,000 in estimates. We did, let's see, which year was this? Well, whatever, 2019, 2018, 2017. So that year we did 200 grand. So there was about $350,000 in estimates that we did not book. We literally booked less in work than we did, or less than 50%, whatever. So it shows you, I mean, obviously a big room for improvement, following up on those estimates, getting a higher close rate. It should be a lot of different things. Proposals, money year over year. So this is just comparing, this is a partial one, but so we're up 83% in proposals as far as the overall, overall amount. Proposals year over year for a number of them. So we're right now at 60% up year over year. We're up 50% there. Massive increase here going from 2016 to 2017. And I mean, that was when we went from 50 to 115. So again, guys, seeing these numbers, and granted, when you're new, you won't have as many numbers. So you can't extrapolate as much information from it. But again, by having this information now, looking at it, it can help you see, are you on the right path? Are you making the right strides? In order to hit, we're going to destroy $500,000 this year. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Seeing these metrics shows us that we are on target or above target, quite frankly. There's more stuff that I could, put in hypotheticals here. If we keep this up, will we be at a high enough thing based off of close rates and all kinds of stuff? We can do that. Right now, here's our 2019 numbers. That's a round number. We're at like 41 and change, and I may add a little bit more to the thing. But, right now we're at cumulative percent. Again, this is based off of a Excel sheet kind of information or format that I got from Josh Latimer. We're on pace to 797. We're buying another big piece of equipment. Next month, we need to hit $67,000 to stay, or over that. We really need to do about 75 to hit 800,000. So I may go ahead and this is actually kind of easy. Let's do one above. You can put 800. Okay. So we can see what this needs to be. Just basically take our percent of total and just times that. So equal, and actually, how do we do that formula? Whatever, I'll fix this all. But I can go ahead and put 800 so I know where my targets are. If I do less than 48,000 in April, then I'm not on pace anymore. Our goal is to be really above 60. That puts us on pace for 60. But if we can do 75, that's amazing. With the amount of estimates and proposals and things that we're putting out, very possible this is going to be the big bear. Will we hit a 6-figure month in May? And then I really want to keep these two really high. I want to see this in July be really, really high. Again, 78, something we never hit before. 94, all that. None of that stuff we've hit before. Also, again, with this historical data, and guys, again, wherever your numbers are, that's all that really matters. Like, forget about comparing yourself to this. You're comparing yourself to yourself. I believe this is what is that total amount need to be there? This might actually be the cumulative, I believe. something like that. I'll figure out what that one is in a moment. So 785, I don't know what that line actually is, but those are just some general goals, what we need to try and do. Or that's where we're kind of on pace. But again, guys, know your numbers, make these sheets. The more information you put in there, the better picture you have for your path to, from a revenue standpoint, a better business. Obviously, this doesn't account for all the expenses and things, which we will be focusing on more soon.